Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, subscribe, drop a comment, drop a like, hit the notifications bell to stay up to date with all of the different things that we do cover here on the channel. We are finding decent places to make gains, and what I'm starting to more or less understand more and more as the days go on is just how big the AI sector of crypto is currently and is going to be, and the projected rate of growth that AI is moving at. It's no doubt that they're going to be some of the top performing coins during the bull run. But outside of that, I'm always looking for tools. And what I mean by tools is indicators, smart money bots, smart money trackers, anything that can give us a leading edge in crypto. These are really important points because a lot of people think everybody is this Superman type being, and that's how they become so good at trading, finding all of these different kind of early based plays, these micro caps, these coins that move by crazy amounts of percentages in short durations of time. It's all down to tools, and it's all about how you harness these tools. And I always say to myself with these kind of tools, it's kind of like having a fast car. Just because you've got a fast car doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be good at driving. Okay, it's not going to make you any better. But if you learn to drive that vehicle correctly, you'll be able to get some serious speeds out of it. And this is kind of my theory and thesis on tools moving forward. So let's talk about this new tool that I found, which is called Byte. And they have launched a token. It's quite interesting because it hasn't got any major listings. It's quite new to the scene, so to speak. But what really caught my eye here, I don't have a tool that specifically tracks news up until this point. So I've kind of been messing around with this today. I've kind of been tinkering with it, and I thought, what better way to make a video and get this tool out there for people, because I thought this was really good. I use crypto news quite a lot. I use Cointelegraph, sometimes I use Bloomberg. It's all over the show. And with a tool like this, right, you have the ability to more or less add a bot even to your channel, right? If you don't want to just use this on your own, maybe you've got a group, maybe you've got a Telegram space, you can add this bot in. Now, this is going to give you automated news going straight into your channels in a decentralized manner. And I think this is really important, right? Because you don't want to be fed articles from the same groups of people over and over again. We know how important decentralization is in crypto. And I think it's even more important in the distribution of news, because once things become centralized in crypto with news distribution and information distribution, it becomes no better than the mainstream media. And we all know how that cake has turned out to be, so to speak. So by AI crypto news, I feel like this is really good technology. I think it's really good, and it's going to be up and coming, and it's going to be something, once again, is built on AI technology. So you're not reliant on more or less a group of people, a team, a developer. You're relying on a bot. And something that's even smarter than a bot, artificial intelligence. So it's going to be really good moving forward. So just how many people are involved with this? Not a lot of people. And these are the kind of things we're looking for. We want to be able to get in these really kind of early stage launches that are not honeypots, that are utility driven, but also AI driven. Like I said, it is actually April, and realistically, you can't spell April without the words AI. So I thought it was even more fitting moving forward. So they do have a roadmap, and this looks pretty decent. So the launch system products implement foundational transformer-based prototypes of centralized infrastructure to enable product market fit, establishing a user-based initial transaction. So improve and expand systems. In order to improve and stretch further output quality and capabilities will require specialized fine-tuned LLM modules with new parameters to suit each function. This phase is about producing increasingly powerful modules with the documentation of architecture orchestration shared with the community each and every step. Simultaneously, the growth in usage necessities the addition of features. This will be continuous launch tokenomics incentivize platform growth. So the yield and value creation. So we begin the journey to real yield and becoming subtensor miners on BitTensor with local subnet staging. Beginning the familiarization with the codebase and BitTensor architecture, the V1 miner will be deployed onto the testnet UID 102 to begin performance testing and integration. So the process is iterated until deployment onto the BitTensor mainnet to begin producing the high-scoring task computes which are rewarded with TAO. That's TAO. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get on into this. So fine-tuned LLMs are guided towards the UMA consensus by a custom heuristic derived from the weights of a major validators in the subnet. So once again, this is decentralized in the sense that the whole back end of everything is going to run in a very decentralized manner. This is just jumping and bring that down. Here we go. That's very irritating. So the TAO monetization and scaling. Perpetual TAO rewards will be used to buy back Byte. This is something that really caught my interest because if you're going to be doing burns, right, you should be doing them in a manner that's drip fed. And when you do buybacks and burns, if you're incorporating that into one transaction, so it's not happening in a big bulk event where you're removing a lot of liquidity from the market cap overall, good inflow, good outflow. Doing this through buybacks for me is really good. So achieve sustainable protocol level revenue growth alongside platform and ad revenue, and then reinvest the yield into scaling mining and partner with GPU compute providers to optimize costs. So thinking way ahead, this isn't something that is just like a one-time ticket. It just provides you with a bot that can more or less bring you a whole bunch of news in a decentralized aspect, kind of fine-tuned and fine-tailored to what you're looking for. It's also got a token, which I thought was really good. I did grab a very, very small bag. It's around $200. I feel like this is enough. It's relatively new. It could go a long way in a short time during this halving event. Like I said, AI is just hot, and the Byte AI network has a native Byte token serving as the native currency, driving development and adoption. So if you're going to be looking to get something, you're definitely going to be looking to get involved in Byte in this project. So it has got a fixed maximum supply of 1 billion. That's pretty good. It's not too much. It's not too little. I don't like to see too little of a supply with some of these coins, because if they are planning to be as big as they're going to be, right, you're going to need a serious amount of tokens moving forward, considering the amount of possible users there is going to be out there. So the token allocation, 10% of the total supply is allocated to funding the team advisors with a 24-month vesting schedule to incentivize long-term commitment. The remainder is allocated to the LP pull-through, initial exchange offerings, community mining programs, developer grants, and user growth initiatives. So this is all really good. Once again, looking forward into the future and saying to themselves, well, we've set aside enough. We've also put it in vesting. If you don't know what vesting in, it basically means the tokens are locked up and they get unlocked on a scheduled time period. This is really good. They're thinking ahead of the curve. So you know these guys are here to stick around. This is what we're looking for when it comes down to not just looking for tools, because this is kind of how the video started. But once again, doing kind of the rounds here and putting myself in your guys' position of going through this and kind of discovering it, how you're discovering it. So the token utility. So Byte token serves multiple utilities, including subscription, access to platform features, governance capabilities over parameters, and policy staking to signal content validity, and community coordination incentives. As adoption grows, additional utility levers will decentralize around the token. This is absolutely amazing. Once again, I know I keep saying this, but thinking ahead of the curve, not just about A, B, and C, but D, E, F, and G. Okay, so let's move over to these tokenomics. So a 5% tax is levied on all Byte transactions. So do be aware of that if you are trading, which funds ongoing development of the machine learning modules, data ingestion pipelines, user experience improvements, and collective system enrichment. As revenue materializes through commercial integration, it will also fund token buyback and burn initiatives. Once again, incentivizing this whole kind of inflow outflow burning, not just simply going, oh, we're going to destroy 50% of the supply in one hit. It never does anything, and it always leads to red candles on the chart. This in itself is going to be good. It's bullish, it sounds bullish, it looks bullish, and it's an economic flywheel. And this economic flywheel fuels sustainability through reinvesting actively directly into the protocol while better aligning network participants through crypto economic incentives and community ownership. This is all great stuff. And the whole experience of kind of going through this and learning about how deep this is going to be, the consensus layer. And for us in the LUNC community, this is familiar technology, and we're very fortunate to have got involved in a coin that is so technical off of the bat, and it requires you to know a lot. This is very similar to a proof of stake blockchain where you've got validators more or less getting rewards for participating in consensus as to which they approve and move transactions. This works in a kind of similar manner, achieving consensus, but through miners and stuff like that. So I'm going to be looking into the mining registration. I guess you guys should as well, because once again, if you could have got involved in BTC mining, God knows how long ago, 11 years ago, you kind of get where we're going with this. Now, my advice is don't ever ape into anything. Go and do the research. Take the time to learn about why you would want to get involved in something. For me, when I started looking at this, I was looking for a bot. I come across this, and then I come across the next thing. I'd done more research, and I was like, wow, this is great. And all of the information was right there. Everything that I needed to know was right there. On top of that, they do have a pretty good white paper, which isn't overly complex. I find a lot of people's white papers contain a load of information in there that just doesn't need to be there. This is very simple. They outline the vision, they outline what's available, they outline everything that you would need to know moving forward. So if you're wondering where to get coins from, I actually got mine from Uniswap. If you're going to Uniswap, sometimes slippage can be funny. I set mine to 3%. Sometimes if you are not able to swap and it is being funny with slippage, I normally change the end digit of what I'm willing to pay to a 9. So I just remove the end digit and replace it with a 9, and that normally sends it through at about between 1 and 3% slippage. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just kind of letting you guys know what I'm thinking, what my plays are, and what I'm going to be doing moving forward. So like I was saying as well, this doesn't have any major listings. It's all just kind of DEX related stuff. Nothing really that big sticking out. Quite a low market cap, sitting there at 13 million. Really good. This is what we're looking for. These are the kind of projects that I think are going to do well in the halving event. You've got AI mixed in with utility, mixed in with a decent roadmap, mixed in with burnings and a consensus layer in a decentralized manner, and then packed in with a nice little tool. What I'm going to be doing is leaving links to absolutely everything we've just gone over here in this video. Guys, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, if you're new here, drop a subscription, drop a like, drop a comment, hit the notifications bell. It's really going to help us out. It's going to help you out. It's going to help you stay informed. And more importantly, it will keep you up to date moving forward. If you're not part of our Patreon group, consider it. Links to that in the description. 1,000 to 2,000% gains over the past month. It's been a really good month. We're looking forward to all of our other alpha calls that we're working on currently. We've got links to our trading indicator in the description, dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out indicators, bullish bearish momentum signals, and no KYC on Margex. Guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.